Greetings, my fellow WWE fans. Now, as you can tell by the smile on my face, is that Sunday night was SummerSlam. And now, finally, after 3.5 years, WWE has finally pulled the trigger on Roman Reigns becoming the Universal Champion. My part of the Roman Empire, and as you all well know, my video a few months ago, just after WrestleMania 34, how angry I was with the decision to keep the title on Brock Lesnar. And that I was just ranting and saying that you want Roman to be the guy and pull the fucking trigger. And now they have. And of course, people don't like it. On Raw the next night, fans were chanting, "You suck, you still suck." But to all those fans who say that Roman sucks, he can't wrestle. But one thing you people should know is that that's extremely disrespectful to anybody who you chant that to, because at least they're the ones who train and leave their families to go and perform for you. People like you, who say they suck, can't wrestle at all. You won't even have the balls to do what they do. I'm one of them. I mean, I would love to do that, but I don't have the discipline that they have. You don't, I don't. I say he can wrestle, you can say he can't, but that's just the fact that you can't do it either. So WWE finally pulled the trigger and since then got the right guy, Roman Reigns, as the Universal Champion. And so all those, as I say, all you Roman haters, you can accept that fact or you can fuck off. I mean, right, you can say you don't want him as champion, but you will still tune in to Raw and on the pay-per-views on the WWE Network so you can see him lose. But I feel that Roman is going to be champion for a little while, and I hope he does. I mean, right, the Braun's always going to be in the background with his Money in the Bank briefcase. Although, to be honest, I say he doesn't actually need it. The Money in the Bank briefcase is for people who actually do need it. Say like Kevin Owens. Braun doesn't need it. He doesn't need that to say that he's a threat to Roman or whoever else would be Universal Champion at that time. All he has to do is just stand there, and you know he's a threat. So keeping the briefcase on him was not the best decision in my view, but definitely the best decision is perfect booking at SummerSlam was for Roman to go over Brock. Finally, they did it. Finally. I am a happy man. I've been a happy man since Sunday because the right man is the champion. Finally. And already, even though he hasn't been champion for a week yet, Roman is a better champion than Brock ever has been in his 504-day reign. It is quite bad. It's the worst reign in WWE history. The worst reign. It may be one of the longest in history, but it's entirely one of the worst. 504 days, 10 title defenses in all. 10 in all. So what does that say about a champion? I mean, right, I know that Goldberg, when he was champion as part-timer, at least he appeared on Raw. At least he appeared. But Brock, nah, he just showed up on Raw. Heyman did the talking, and then he fucked off. That was it. 504 days of an awful, awful title reign. Roman is already a better champion than Brock because he defended it the very next night against Finn Balor, who rightly so hadn't had an opportunity at the Universal Championship since he won it 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So we all know that when this championship was unveiled, it got booed out of the building. And the absolute classic match with Balor and Rollins at SummerSlam in 2016 was just hijacked by the crowd, all because they didn't like the title. Kevin Owens is a better champion than Brock Lesnar. Every single Universal Champion before Brock and Roman after him is a better champion than Brock is. Because for the first 7 months of this title's life, the first 7 months it was on Raw, and then after 7 months, it disappeared for a year plus, just appearing now and then. And now I hope Brock Lesnar doesn't get another championship reign on any title, because he doesn't deserve it. I mean, like Vince McMahon has said that, after all these years that Brock has deserved all these perks that he has. In what way has he deserved all these perks? You got people on the roster right now who deserves those kind of perks rather than Brock, because Brock hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything worthy to have those perks. Goldberg has deserved those. Ric Flair has those. Any other Hall of Famer, any other legend deserves to have those perks, not Brock Lesnar. Because if he debuted in 2002, left after WrestleMania 20 because he didn't like the travel, and yet he travels here, and yet when he comes back, he still travels a lot. Christ, Vince. If Brock comes back, and he will. We all know he will come back. Don't give him any title reigns. Don't give him it. He doesn't deserve it. Okay? This championship is back on Raw, and I want it to stay on Raw. Whether the champion will be Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. It could be anybody. Just as long as this title remains on Raw. It was on the show for 7 months when you first unveiled it. And then for a year plus, 1 year plus, it just made appearances. That should not how a world championship should be seen. Keep it on Raw. Have the champion to be Roman, Braun, Seth, Dean, Kevin, Sami Zayn. Because at least they will be better champions than Brock Lesnar ever will be. Ever will be. Keep this on Raw. I miss seeing this title on Raw. I miss it seeing defended on pay-per-view after pay-per-view like it should be. A championship has to be defended. Keep Lesnar away from the WWE title, the Universal title, any other title. Keep this on Raw where it belongs.